Hello all. Ow. That's a great start. I just clocked myself. Interesting. And this is in there. Jeez, man. Sure, let's go with that. Screw it. Why not, right? Uh, well, I guess this is a knife review of the Emp EDC Pulse Automatic OTF. This is the fancy one, as you can see. Let's get right in here to specs, because there's not much to say about this knife. It's an OTF with a handle length of 4.5 inches, a blade length of... Do I measure from there to there? I guess I'll measure to the same part of the handle, which is basically almost at the edge termination. About 3 1/8, and overall 7 5/8. Quick little comparison. It makes an easy comparison because it's got a flat rear end there. Full-size conspirator, Civivi, and full-size, small, full-size, doing everything backwards. Civivi Elementum for the small. Yeah, it's right in the middle. It's right in the middle. So, pretty reasonable to carry. If you're allowed to carry an OTF automatic knife, check your local knife laws. These ones, I know Emp EDC has done a USA-made auto version of this. It's a little slimmer. Those look really cool. I haven't gotten my hands on one of those. I want one, honestly. This, I believe, was made by Bestech and not the USA-made one. I'm quite certain of that. But, yeah, Bestech. Apparently they can do a pretty darn good auto. Weight. 3.8 ounces. A little over ounce an inch, but hardly bad at all. The hardware, if you ever want to take one of these things apart, which I really don't, is all T8, which is great to see, including the clip. All T8. They're not the deepest T8 ever, but they are T8, so okay, that's fine. My eternal fight with the calipers. Negative now? Okay, there we go. 465 thousandths on the handle. Blade stock is 123. Okay. And behind the edge, oh, this is going to be hard. Tiny edge bevel, hollow grind. I think it's about 10 thousandths behind the edge. Holy crap. Yeah. This thing is really thin, and you do not see this kind of geometry on most OTFs. They are thick ground, typically. I mean, this is clearly meant for other purposes, but this thing is meant to cut paper with ease. Even though I will have to say, the edge that came on this thing, not the bitiest. I have used and carried it a little bit. It did not take a lot to lose its bite. Like, there's very little bite here. It's so freaking razor thin that, in fact, I can feel a little bit of something right there. That might be something on the blade, though. So it's so thin, it still cuts. It still cuts. I'm not close to sharpening this thing, even though it has lost a lot of its bite. It's razor thin, so it's still goes through material pretty darn well. Oh, one final comparison 2 AA batteries. I've been doing that lately for just convenience sake, and why is that? That's not even close to centered. Then again, I hit my camera multiple times, so I'm not sure where it is anyway. Yeah, it's a little bit longer than 2 AA batteries, and that's what you're working with on the handle here, and you have everything to do with it. Okay, that's pretty much done with the specs. Let's move on. Just take a quick look at this thing overall. You've got this black, it's definitely... Hold on a second. Is this titanium? Hold on. I'm literally going to check right now. Because I had everything thought out, and now I'm feeling it. And we're back in my ever-evolving lunacy. Okay. This is milled aluminum. It really feels... I don't know. It almost doesn't feel like aluminum. It feels really good. It's frag textured. This is the buoy blade shape. I like this because it has a slightly higher grind, and it, well, the other EMP EDC knife I have is the relative, and that also is kind of a buoy blade shape, so I just like that. The button is titanium, and the clip is Damascus. Not bad Damascus either. Lots of firing power. There's a little bit of shake and rattle, but pretty normal for an OTF. Except for the new OTFs now that they're figuring out ways to remove that blade play. So I'm sure that's going to be a thing soon enough. Across the board, all over the place. As you can see, this one is in Damasteel, but not just Damasteel, it's a polished Damasteel. It looks really good. I think it's Bestech that's doing these for them. Probably. Jumping up here for a little bit of traction. In the hand, it's a square. It's about as ergonomic as it can be. It's not bad. It's not perfect. It's not bad. I do find myself, as always, with spine-mounted buttons or locks, invariably kind of looking to put my finger right where the lock is. Or in this case, the button. But back here, very comfortable. Very reasonable. My hands, it's not super great in like a squeeze down grip, but it's not bad. So, ergos are fine. Pocket clip is tight, though, I will have to admit. That was one of the weak points of this knife. That is a tight clip over frag pattern. It is not friendly to pants. Lots of power. Very consistent. Feels and looks great. I like the logo. Like that it's kept clean. Smooth. It's a good knife. And the base models of these are very reasonably priced and in Magna Cut at like 62 HRC. So, yeah, pretty great. Honestly, it's a win. It's a win. It's simple. It's just a good knife. It's a good OTF. If you don't mind going outside the US for your OTF, this is pretty darn great. And again, they are doing a USA-made version of this knife. So you have options. And they're reasonably priced options. Even the USA-made one. Considering you've got EMP EDC and the company making it involved and needing a piece, they're pretty reasonably priced for USA-made OTFs. In fact, they're darn good. So, just a quick thing. I don't really have to long-winded speeches about this one. Just a good, attractive OTF. But I do wish the clip has... I think it's a little too thick or something. I don't know. It's just not got that flex. Other than that, I like the size. I like the execution. The button's super comfortable. No sharp edges. Yeah. Emp Pulse OTF. That's it. See ya.